Hi everyone, Nurse Leanne here, and I'm here to bring you a very fun recipe for those of you who are snackers like me. My kids like to snack, I like to snack, and a lot of people, especially now since we're all home a lot, we don't get out a lot, and let's face it, some of us are just bored. And if you're like me, when I get bored, I like to snack. So what's my inspiration for this? I have an 8th grader, Chris, my son, who was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 5 years old. And if anyone is not familiar with type 1 diabetes, it's when your pancreas in your body stops working. And your pancreas is responsible for taking all the sugar you eat, also called carbohydrates, breaking it down and letting your body use it as energy. And when the pancreas does no longer work, all that sugar and the carbohydrates that you eat stay in your body, and it can make you very, very sick. So one of the challenges we face as a family is finding healthy things to eat at home that are also low in carbohydrates. And we are a family that is very active with type 1 diabetes, and we try to do the best thing we can to keep our son healthy, but also allow him to be a kid, allow him to eat the things that normal kids eat. So a challenge is finding snacks that are not just low in carb, but taste good. So let's get started. What we're gonna make today are low carb mozzarella sticks. So I'm gonna let you know what you need, and if you didn't get the recipe, I'll post it at the end of this video for you to see. So everybody, what you're gonna need are 8 pieces of string cheese, individual packages, 2 eggs, 1 clove of garlic, Parmesan cheese, basic Italian seasoning, it doesn't matter what kind. And then the part that your parents will have to help you with is the oil. You're going to need about a 1/2 cup oil to fry these in the pan when they're ready. Okay, so let's get started. One very important thing before you get started, wash your hands. Secondly, make sure you have a nice apron to cover up. And this one's my favorite. My Encinal family made it for me in 2013. Okay, so once you have your hands washed and your clothes are covered, you're going to prepare your ingredients. Okay, so you're going to start by cutting up the 8 pieces of string cheese. And of course I'm having a hard time here. There we go. And open them up and then just cut them in half and get them all ready and save for later. Okay? Next, you're going to need to take your eggs and put them in a bowl. And then you're going to beat them together. So it should be nice and beaten. And then set those aside as well. And you're going to get another bowl. And in that bowl, you're going to put your 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, and a tablespoon of the Italian herbs. And in here. And then you can mix those up as well. This is going to be what you use to dip your mozzarella sticks in instead of breadcrumbs. Next, you're ready to mince the garlic. So take your garlic clove, and you may need help from your parent because you're going to be using a knife to cut. Smash the garlic clove, and then you're going to mince it. Mincing means to cut it up as small as you possibly can. So you're going to mince the garlic. Okay, and when it's cut up nice and small, you're going to add it to your cheese mixture. So scoop it all up and put it in. And again, if you're not a fan of garlic, you definitely do not need to add it in. So take your fork and mix it all in. Okay, now we're ready to coat our cheese sticks. So we're going to take our cheese sticks here, okay, and our mixture. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these, and this could get a little messy, but that's okay. Dip it in the mixture, roll it in there, and really push it in. We want it to stick. Okay, until each one's coated. And then you can put it back on your plate. And keep doing it. Egg mixture. And coat it with the cheese. It'd be kind of fun if you like to get your hands dirty. And put it on the plate. So now you've got all of your mozzarella sticks coated with the egg mixture and then dipped into the cheese and Italian seasoning mixture. And I found it's actually helpful if you dip it in once and coat it, and then dip it in the egg mixture a second time and coat it. You end up with a much thicker coating. So what you need to do now is you need to take your plate of mozzarella sticks, and they need to go into the freezer for 1 hour. The next thing we need to do to get ready is to prepare our pan. So get a nice pan that has some sides that are raised so the oil doesn't splatter up at you. And this is a part you're going to have to get your parents to help you with, because we don't want kids in front of a hot stove and in front of the oil. So you're going to get half a cup of oil, and you can use regular vegetable oil, and pour it in. And we're going to wait for this to get hot, and in the meantime, I prepared another plate right here. I've got a regular dinner plate, and I just put a paper towel on top, and that's where we can set the mozzarella sticks. Right after we pull them out of the oil, we can set them on here to drain and to cool off. Okay, we've got our frozen mozzarella sticks ready to go. And we've got our hot oil here that's really hot, so kids, be careful and make sure you have someone here to help you, a grown-up. So we're going to take about 5 or 6 of these mozzarella sticks, and we're going to place them in the hot oil. Then you keep your eye on them. And just keep turning them so that all sides get nice and toasty brown. So we've got the last 6 in here, and we're going to transfer them over to the paper towel so they can soak up the excess oil. And just be careful. Again, this is hot oil. And there we go. And be sure you turn off the oven. And watch out for your pan, it's going to be really hot. And here we have our mozzarella sticks. So here we go, we have the final product. Beautiful, warm, cheesy mozzarella sticks. And they're healthy. They're made with Parmesan cheese instead of breadcrumbs, so they're 0 carbs. And the official taste testers here to prove how good they are, my son Chris and my son Ron. Grab one, see what you think. What do you think?
They're pretty good.